Welcome back, everyone, to the Bear Show Plays YouTube channel. Today is Sunday, January 19th. We have a couple more games to break down on Sunday. I'm recording 5 minutes after the shocking Commanders game, where they did win this game outright, and they won it pretty easily behind 5 turnovers by the Lions, 3 interceptions by Goff, Williamson interception, Jared Goff fumble. Don't know why it says Chiefs down there. I took that on the member play. We had the Commanders. The Commanders in this game, plus 9.5. Again, they win outright. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown for the Kansas City Chiefs. Extremely easy play for that win going up against the Houston Texans. Earlier, the Chiefs, another dominating performance in the playoffs. Travis Kelce, he's unbelievable in the playoffs. Come playoff time, he's almost guaranteed 6-7 catches, 80-plus yards and a touchdown every single game. The other play we had on the player prop side, Jaden Daniels, over 55.5 rushing yards. Don't know why I put a win on there. It felt like he was running around the entire game. Felt like he had 100 rushing yards, but only had 51. So we had a 2-1 day, not a 3-0 day. 2-1 day. Still a winning day going into the next games for tomorrow. We're going to be breaking down one game, going to be a short breakdown. Not looking for this video to be very long at all. Not even going to talk about a lot of player props. Just going to touch on them a little bit, but we know exactly what these teams are. We know exactly what these teams are going to bring to the table. We're looking at the best game, hopefully, in the entire playoffs besides the Super Bowl, hopefully. But we have the Ravens going on the road to face off against the Buffalo Bills. These teams have met one time this season. Buffalo traveled to face off against the Baltimore Ravens. They lost that game 35-10. I think it was one of the first plays of the game. Derrick Henry ripped off that 75-yard touchdown run. From there, the Ravens just dominated the entire game. Win it by 25, 22 first downs compared to Buffalo's 12, 236 total yards for Buffalo. Baltimore almost doubles that with 427. They dominated the ground in that game going up against Buffalo, but I do think it is important to note that Buffalo is missing several key players in the middle of the field, including their linebacker core. So I do think Buffalo's going to be a lot better in this game. Plus, going to be at home. Plus, the weather in this game is supposed to be windy and snowy in Buffalo. So I think that favors Buffalo. Both these teams used to the cold. Both these teams probably used to playing in the cold or in the snow as well. But Lamar Jackson's had some problems with the cold weather. At least he dresses like he has some problems with the cold weather. I have no idea who's going to win this game. I'm just going to be rooting for points. I really don't know if anybody knows who's going to win this game. I don't see a huge advantage for either side. Having Derrick Henry, obviously a massive advantage for the Ravens, but I'm just going to be rooting for points. I'm going to be rooting for football in this game. Probably going to take a look at some anytime touchdowns for this game. I know Zay Flowers is not playing for Baltimore, so I like Isaiah Likely once again in this game for Baltimore to maybe get a couple extra catches, couple extra yards with him being gone. But I think it's just going to be an all-around great football game to watch. I'm going to take the over. I'm going to be rooting for points in this one. I really don't care who wins because whoever wins is going to go to Arrowhead and probably lose. Let's just be honest. That's just what it's been like the last 5 seasons. So I'm going to take the over in this one, 51.5. Let's go talk about some player props. Not going to put up a player prop graphic for you guys. We are going to take a look at Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. Again, both of these games going to be cold, below freezing, I think, in both games. And both games are calling for a little bit of weather, wind, and snow. So I like both running backs, and I really like both teams to keep the ball on the ground. Derrick Henry, over 96.5 rushing yards. I don't know how this is setting under 100 yards. He's gone over 100 yards in 4 consecutive games. His lowest output was against the Browns, 138 yards a couple games ago. Coming off that Pittsburgh game, 186 yards, 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable that Derrick Henry is under 100 rushing yards in this game. So that's going to be a hammer spot for me. Other one's going to be Barkley, over 111.5. He's gone up against the Rams one time already this season. He dominated the Rams in that game for 26 carries, 255 yards, 9.8 yards per touch, and 2 touchdowns. The Eagles have the code. The Eagles know exactly what to do in this game. I will give the Rams some credit. They've been a lot better over the last several games, even getting that win against the Vikings. This is a different team, but the Rams, really good at pass rush, not so great at stopping the run. So we'll see what happens in this game for the Rams. But I like Saquon Barkley, over 111.5 rushing yards as the final player prop of the day. So all the plays together, over 51.5. I've got no idea who's going to win that game. I think both those teams are fantastic. I hope both those teams play a great game. Hope we just see some great football. I'm going to take the over 51.5. Derrick Henry, over 98.5 rushing yards. And then Saquon Barkley, over 111.5 rushing yards as the final play of the day. Guys, it's going to do it. NFL plays and props for Sunday, January 19th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please shoot all like this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.